Let's dive into the first half of Variation 1 from my transcription of Mozart's
Ah, vous dirai-je, Maman.
One thing I want you to keep in mind, when you're doing a transcription, you often have to throw out your ideas of what you know about guitar fingerings. Oftentimes, we're taught to keep our fingerings in nice 4-fret square boxes like this. Sometimes with transcriptions though, you have to go outside of the box and do fingerings that are seemingly absurd to make the piece work. Yes, they can be difficult, but we just have to practice them slowly to get them into our hands. We're gonna start by looking at measure 25, and I play this passage with an initial pull off and cross strings like this. The cross string fingering gives a nice ringing sound and requires less tension than doing hammer-ons like this. Also, we end with an open D. Remember, the first string and the sixth string are dropped down to D, and that open D lets us jump to the next passage easily in measure 26. Once again, I'm doing cross string fingerings. And right here, note that I cross down with finger 3 onto the B, onto the 12th fret. That sets you up nicely for the pull-off in the next measure. And then we jump. So let's look at the high passages in a little more depth, starting at measure 28. I'm doing a pull-off from my 4th to 3rd finger, and then I move back down the first string, then I go to strings 3 and 2. So once again, right here, I want you to note that I have fingers 1 and 3, and I move finger 1 up, and I'm swapping finger 3 with finger 2, and so just that little passage is something worth practicing to get that gesture into your memory. Now let's look at the right hand for this passage. This is what I'm doing for all of those high descending passages. You can even think about it just verbally. I pull A, I am, I A, P M. I pull A, I am, I A, P M. And even that I A, P M part, you might want to practice slow and isolated to get that motion into your right hand. I, A, I, M, I, A, P, M. Once again, I, A, I, M, I, A, P, M. I, A, I, M, I, A, P, M. Putting those two things together with your left and right hand might take a little bit of practice. And what I recommend is you go very, very slow. Just focus on one measure. Make sure you can get that. Then add the next measure and make sure you can get that. Our goal is to get our eyes away from the page so we don't have to worry about looking at the notes, and we're building the memory in our mind and in our muscles. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel to help me continue to grow. I really appreciate it. Happy practicing, everybody.